Today on Cooking with Sarah, we'll be making pumpkin tartlets. These little treats are a more personal take on the traditional pumpkin pie. Hey everybody, today we're making pumpkin tartlets. We all love pumpkin pie, but these are a little bit smaller and more economic. If you have 6 guests coming, then you can make 6 of them and you won't have to throw away any. First, we're going to preheat the oven. First thing you want to do is make the dough because it needs time to chill and you want to get that out of the way before you start mixing the other stuff. So to begin with, the dough, which I've already made because we don't have all that time. For the dough, you're going to need 2 sticks of chilled butter, 2 cups flour, a dash of salt, a teaspoon of sugar, depending on how sweet you like it, and 8 tablespoons of water. The dough is pretty basic. You mix all the ingredients together, and once it's done, you just want to roll it in a ball like this and put saran wrap over it, or put it in a plastic bag. And then you're going to want to chill it for at least a half an hour. So stick it in the fridge. Once you've got the dough in the fridge, you're going to want to mix together the spices in a smaller bowl. So we've got 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. We've got half a teaspoon of ginger. And a 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, ground cloves. And then we have half a teaspoon of salt as well. And so you're just going to want to get those into the bowl. Smaller bowl, that doesn't really work all that well, but we'll just mix it up. It doesn't really matter, it all goes in the end anyway. Alright, so in a bigger bowl, you're going to want to crack 2 large eggs. So it's hard when they say 2 large eggs because it's kind of like, just pick the largest in the box. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Go ahead and crack those into the bowl. And then let me just wash my hands. You're going to want to whisk the eggs well, and then add 1 can of pumpkin puree, whatever brand you like best. Works really, and we're just going to add that into the eggs. A spatula would work best in this situation. Go ahead and mix that into the egg batter, or mixture, rather. Mix in the sugar to the spices over here in the smaller bowl. And then once that's all done, just go ahead and pour it into the pumpkin and egg mixture. So just mix it a little bit, get it kind of in there. Mix it all up. And then after that, you're going to want 1 can of evaporated milk, and that's what I've got in here. And you just go ahead and pour that into the pumpkin mixture. So 1 whole can of its carnation evaporated milk. And then go ahead and mix that all together. We've got this wonderful fall-colored mixture. It's just real great. So now you're going to want to set that aside, and we're going to go ahead and get the... So we've got it all nice and chilled. I'm going to take out the dough from its little wrapped haven, and we're going to need a little bit of flour now, just to make it a nice surface to roll it out on. A little bit, not too much. Just sort of, yeah, do that. Get it all over there. Make sure it doesn't stick to the rolling pin. So roll out the dough till it's about 1/4 inch thick. That's a good measurement for pie. Right? And then with that, you're just going to want to get around, if you have a biscuit cutter, that's great. I don't. So we've got this martini cup, and it works well. And we're just basically going to try to get some, like you're cutting out cookies. Go ahead and do that. So once you've got these all shaped and ready to roll, you're going to want to just, for now we're making 6, because I've only got 6 guests coming for Thanksgiving, but you can take the rest of the dough and roll it back up, put it in the fridge, use it another time, or use it again right afterwards, make another medium-sized pie, whatever you want to do with it, it's all good. So now that we've got these little pie doughs cut out, like little pizza shells, we're going to want to just put them, go ahead and stretch them out a little bit, and put them in the pie shells, mini tartlet shells. And you can get these at Williams-Sonoma or any other sort of specialty cooking store. They're fairly inexpensive, and they usually come in packets of more than one, so you don't have to spend too much money on them. And you want to go ahead and shape the dough into the shell, and then you let it hang over the edges, because you can take a rolling pin and just go ahead and flatten it out on the top. It's a little harder with the small guys because they want to move around. So go ahead and just do that, and that'll get the edges so that they're easily ripped off. Okay, so now that we've got all the tart shells filled with the dough, we're going to go ahead and pour the pumpkin filling inside. Not too much because you don't want it to overflow, just about so it looks like a nice little sunflower. Ooh, we're dripping here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest. So we're going to go ahead and stick these in the oven right now. And you're going to want to cook them for about 30 to 35 minutes, or until the crust on the outer edge is a little golden and the inner filling is sort of nice looking. So after about half an hour, you're going to want to stick a knife inside the center of the pies. If it comes out clean, then you know they're done. We already did that, and we know that these guys are good to go. So look at them, aren't they beautiful? So there you have it, our pumpkin tartlets. Super easy to make. Small servings, so each person has their own personalized little pumpkin pie. Top it with some whipped cream, even a sprig of mint to just decorate it, garnishing. And there you go. Happy Thanksgiving!